I'm happy to speak on the motion this evening. I want to say at the outset I fully support the nurses' pay claims and welcome the representative today. As the INMO have made clear, its members are comprehended by the Public Service Stability Agreement 2018-2020. As per Section 3 of that agreement, the Public Sector Pay Commission examined the underlying difficulties in recruitment and retention of staff and issued its report in September 2018. Its purpose was to recommend measures to address the recruitment and retention difficulties. The proposals that came from the Public Service Pay Commission were considered at a special delegate conference of the INMO on 26th of September 2018, and the decision of that conference was that the recommendations would not solve the difficulties in recruitment and retention, and therefore that all public sector members should be balloted. As we all know, this action is an action of last resort. It is indicative not just of the complete and utter failure of this incompetent and abysmal Minister for Health. It is also a sign that there is no political will, you Minister McGrath either, no political will to actually listen to the nurses. And you in the Independent Alliance have a position if you'd use it, rather than talking about Santa Claus caps going around knocking on doors at Christmas Eve. I mean, you're in government, tail wagging the dog, but you're not wagging anyone's tail, you're doing nothing for the people, you've abandoned them. The Psychiatric Nurses Association have outlined the impact of service delivery and patient care as a result of non-implementation of the Vision for Change. The removal of 76% of beds with the development of only 30% of community services. We all know that, it's appalling and temporary. We have one long-stay psychiatric bed. According to the PNC, to currently maintain decent, adequate and minimal services, the mental health services have an unsustainable reliance on agency and overtime as a consequence of the inability to recruit and retain nurses. The agency spend £1 million a week on agency and £300,000 per week on mental health services. This over-reliance on agency and overtime is detrimental to the provision of comprehensive mental health service. We all know that, and you know that. This is damning. What will it take for this atrocious minister, your colleague, Minister Harris, for Health to resign or be fired? He's walking the Irish health services into total meltdown, and yet he remains in place when any other minister with any ounce of political humility would have offered resignation or would be dragged out or kicked out by ye colleagues. And I'm not a peep out of ye. When you were over here, Minister McGrath, you were well able to jump up and down, what you wouldn't do. But now you have the price of power and you have abandoned the people. As I said, as if this strike wasn't bad enough, I received another email from a paramedic, a National Ambulance Service and a member of the PNA recently. This person wrote, "I would like to make you aware that I'm impending," and I'm not giving his name, impending strike action with the National Ambulance Service on the 22nd of January. This will result in widespread disruption in the provision of services to the public, particularly in rural areas. But there we have it. Abandon the people. Let them die in the fields. The nurses, any of us that go into A&E and the hospitals know what they do. They work to do and how hard they work and how hard they try and the dedicated duty. It's a vocation for 99% of them and they do their best. We give them no support, only lip service, so support them.